Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Okay, welcome back to Up the Reds TV with me, Andy Canby. So, this one is about exploitation of putting prices up and exploiting the fans of not just Liverpool Football Club, but football clubs in general. Okay, so I wanted to touch on this because somebody asked me a question at work today. And was asking my opinion of it and what did I think of it, with the obvious answer about clubs being greedy and exploiting the supporters. But I needed to delve a bit deeper and find out why now all of a sudden, with one of the richest football tournament, i.e., the Premier League, um, why we are now getting exploited. So here's my take on it. So there's three ways that a football club makes money. Okay, one is from the TV revenue, which is massive, and incidentally, I think the TV money has hit its ceiling. I don't think we'll get more money from Sky, BT, sorry, we as a club, okay, or the Premier League as a entity will get any more money more than what it's getting now. I think it's peaked and it's hit the ceiling. It's supply and demand, and I don't think that they will offer more money than what the Premier League and the clubs are getting at the moment. Does the deal end in 2029 or something like that? So just watch this space on that one. So the second lot is sponsorship. Now, there's only a certain amount of sponsorship that you can put on shirts, shorts. And if you look at various ways of sponsorship around the ground, clubs have got naming rights: Arsenal, Emirates, City, the Etihad, as we like to call it, the Etihad. And I'll touch on City in a minute with that. So yeah, you can see. I mean, we've been looking to do the names right at Anfield at one point. From FSG, I don't think anything's materialised. I think there would have been a massive backlash. We do have AXA. They sponsoring, or they the main sponsor for obviously the training facility, because it is called the AXA training facility. And then finally the supporters. So they're the three main income generators for a football club. Now, as I was saying, I don't think we're going to get. I keep saying we. I don't own anything of a football club. I don't think football clubs are going to get any more money out of the providers. If you look at this season, Liverpool, my club, your club, have been on Sky, BT, Prime, and then you've got all the other world wide football channels. So Liverpool's been sold to the highest bidder. Well, all the Premier League clubs have, and players have been asked to play more football, so there'll always be TV rights. But as I say, I think the ceiling's been hit. I don't think clubs can make any more money out of any TV deals. What I've said in the past is that if the clubs had their own sort of like individual TV rights that they could sell to me, I would quite happily pay. If I couldn't get to Anfield, I would happily pay a fiver, £10 for a game I could watch at any time. 3 o'clocks, half 12s, 4:30, 5:30, 8 o'clock. I would quite happily pay if I could not get to Anfield, and I think majority of the supporters would do that. Anfield will always be full in its present form, because supply and demand is at an all-time high. So I used to go watch football in the late 70s, 80s, 90s, when Anfield wasn't packed, only for the big games. You're probably surprised me saying that. It was just like anything else. The country in the 70s was going through doldrums, 80s, same under Thatcher's government. 90s, you know, we as a football club were going through a bit of a change. We sort of like missed the boat or missed the trip when the Premier League was formed in 1990. And just talking about that 1990, we had a wage bill of £5 million. That's the manager and the players. You're looking at the probably highest earner was on £100,000 per season, not week, per season. That probably equates to £1,800–1,900 a week for that player. So 1990 probably could have been the gaffer, who was probably one of the highest earners. So look at us now, 2024. The average salary, weekly salary, is £173,000 for a Premier League player. That is massive. So we know where the money from the TV revenues, the sponsorship, and us supporters is going to. It's going to the players. The majority of the money is going into players' wages. Now, I don't bemoan a player earning whatever they want to earn. I mean, we've got a situation at our club where we've got 3 players out of contract. And if all 3 were to sign the contract, you are looking at a salary of near enough £1 million a week for just 3 players. Be Trent, Mo and Verge. So if you look at the numbers that way, you'll see what I'm saying there. What have we got back in return as supporters? We've got better stadia. Have we got better ticketing systems? No, we haven't. At Liverpool, it's crap. Not only from my personal experience, but other Liverpool fans as well. It's very difficult getting a ticket at Liverpool if you are not a season ticket holder, if you are not a member. You need a membership now to get a ticket for Liverpool. It's just simple as. Those are the rules that the club have implemented. I've been a member for years and years and years, and I am struggling to get tickets now. So I tried different avenues, and I will only pay face value tickets. And even ticket prices are massive. I mean, so yeah, that's generally it on that bit, how they earn the money. So, exploitation of fans. Now, if you look at we've got a cracking stadia, 2 new stands. In the main stand, you've got 12 booths that can take minimum of 16, maximum of 34. Those are hospitality booths. In the Annie Road, you've got 7,000-seater stand. You've got 1,800 hospitality seats. Not so sure what it is in the King Kenny. But the King Kenny, you'll probably have this, is it Centenary Lounge or something? You'll have the Sandon. You'll have a couple of others outside the ground, and then you come into the King Kenny and you get your seats in the hospitality. As I've already said this, somebody told me that Liverpool have the highest amount of hospitality at any football ground in the Premier League. I still find that hard to believe, because I would have thought United would have been up there, and their prawn sandwich brigade. Now, my club, your club, it may be, when you go to the hospitality, you pay way over the odds to watch a game at Anfield. Starts at, is it £400, and it could go anything up to near £1,000, depend what type of game it is. If it's a Champions League game, big boys like Real Madrid are in town, you're going to be paying way above the cost of watching maybe Wolves play. No disrespect to Wolves or Southampton. The hospitality prices will come down. Now you tell me why that is. That's just pure greed from the footballing club point of view. Exploiting money from supporters. Now, not everybody that uses hospitality at any ground is a fan of the football club. You might be a business that wants to treat your clientele. So you're going to get supporters from other clubs having a ticket, watching a game at Anfield, at the expense of a supporter who can't go, or who wants to go but can't because your club is making a fortune from the hospitality. Now, I just went and had a look on different footballing main event websites about Anfield, and every website had Anfield as a showpiece hospitality event in their headers. The most expensive hospitality ticket I saw was £1,500 on one site. So third parties are selling tickets for that much. I don't know how much Liverpool will be selling a hospitality package to that firm, and that firm then sells it on to their clientele, their customers, at extortionate prices. So you can see it's a merry-go-round. There's lots of people that are making money out of our football club. Okay, the main ones that are making money out of our football clubs are the players, because it's the player's salary. As I've said, I gave you a scenario. Average wage was about £1,900 in 1990. Come 2023/24, it's 173,000. Not everybody's on that, but it's just as an average. So, and I'm not blaming the players. The players have got a great union for negotiating, or great agents for negotiating their wages. At the end of the day, they're entertainers, and we like to be entertained. But for that entertainment, it comes at a cost, and it is going to be the supporters in the next 4 or 5 years are going to be taking big hits on ticket prices, because the clubs need to generate money. If you look at Liverpool, what they've done last summer, 2-3 concerts. Same again this summer coming. They're using the club to generate revenue. Does that go back into Liverpool Football Club, or does it go into FSG? I've no idea. But it must go somewhere, and it should show in some kind of record where that money is going to. Does it go to Liverpool Athletic FC, or whatever we're called? But yeah, so there's more revenue that's being generated. The other big winners are always going to be the owners of the football club. You look at Liverpool, 2010 was bought for 300 million. Yes, they rescued our backside from the two horrible former American owners in Gillett and Hicks. Club's worth now £4 billion. Billionaires bought our club for 300 million. It is now valued as a working entity of £4 billion. Just on that note, don't be fooled to thinking that Liverpool Football Club is not for sale. It is for sale. It's never had the for sale sign took down. It's just that the owners are not looking to sell. But the for sale sign's still out. It's still up. So there has been interest since they told the club, or they told the worldwide footballing eternity that we're not for sale. I personally think we still are for sale. My opinion, you might disagree. So yeah, so Liverpool put the prices up by, was it 2% last season? People were moaning, just saying it's only 2%. What are you moaning for? That wasn't the point I was making when I was moaning. The point I was making, is it going to be 5% this season, 10% the season after that, 15%? Because the revenue is stopping. TV money is stopping. Can only get so much sponsorship on shirts around the ground. There's only one base left to exploit, and that's the fans. And that's why all clubs in the Premier League, probably some in the Championship, saying, coming out in force, in unity, without fans, there would be no football, which is true. But unfortunately, we aren't getting called fans anymore. We're getting called the consumer, the customer. Now that really riles me, because it's an American. They use it for American sports, all the franchises. They're not supporters, they're not fans, they're consumers, they're customers. I'm not a customer. I've never, ever treated myself like a customer supporting Liverpool Football Club, just like a Man United fan wouldn't with Man United. So yeah. So the ground's full. They can't generate any money apart from the extortionate money that they're making from the hospitality, and they're not all supporters of that football club, which is wrong. I'll give you Man City as an example. Man City owners always take a hit because they cannot sell out their stadia. Why can't they sell out the stadia? I'll give you an example. You ever seen, when you watch their games at the Etihad, have you seen the double hoarding that's on the opposite side of the pitch? That means they can't sell out. So they bring in more sponsorship, and they're offered to say they'll do it as a double hoarding, so they get maximum exposure. But that comes because they can't sell out. Have you thought about that? if they had the same signage as we do at Anfield, just think how many rows of seats are missing in the Etihad Stadium because of advertising hoardings that are there. So yeah, Man City owners will take a hit, and they'll sort of like juggle the books however fit they want to show that they're making a profit and not a loss. So yeah, so that's my point about that. I mean, average ticket now for a game, I think Chelsea's is the most expensive, about £91. You've got Spurs and then Arsenal, 84 and 83 respectively, but they've got biggest. Apart from Chelsea, I understand Chelsea's only got a small ground and they're looking to expand, so I can understand why their ticket prices are that in London, the premium prices. But Spurs and Arsenal, they've got new stadia or big stadia. Then comes Man United, 71 pounds. Then you got Liverpool, average price £70 to watch a game at Anfield. But you'd be saying, yeah, but it's cheaper in the Kop. Yeah, but you've got to take everything into consideration. Every single ticket that is sold, and that includes the hospitality tickets as well. And then you've got Man City at £50-odd, and I've explained to you about the advertising hoardings at City's ground, and they take a hit, and they will do. So yeah. So overall, from 1990 to now, there's been a 9,000% increase in revenue for football clubs. And as I say, main beneficiaries are the footballers and the billionaire owners or multi-millionaire owners of the football club. What happens next? Well, if you're like me, if you're old school, you keep complaining, it's not the wrong word, you keep protesting because it's not good enough, because we'll have the same situation next season and the season after that. So that was my bit on football fans getting fleeced, exploited by pure greed from football club owners. They probably say that this is our revenue, we're not making enough. Well, if that's the case, don't pay an average footballer extra, well, what is it? Say £50,000 a week. If you can't afford to pay that, don't be paying it. Don't be just living off the TV income, because when you get relegated, and we've seen clubs that have been relegated have gone into dire straits quickly, and that's not what the Premier League was meant to be about, but it's happened. It's happened to a lot of clubs. So if you like this part of the video, give me a like, send me your comments. What do you think? Are you happy to carry on paying the overinflated ticket prices season upon season? Because I'm not, and we should be protesting, and we should be telling the owners, and we should be telling the Premier League that this has to stop. Premier League clubs, the FA, the Premier League, probably to a certain extent the Championship, the English Football League, don't want a football regulator, because it would open up a load of can of worms, and this would be one of them. So yeah, so watch this space. So I've said what I needed to say. As I say, send me your comments. Am I right? Am I wrong? Have I got my facts right? Have I got my facts wrong? It's only what I've just found out today, so I thought I'd just make this this video for you guys. Okay, other news. Virgil's left the Dutch camp. He might have an injury, but they're saying he's been assessed as he's come back to AXA training ground. So I hope it's not too serious if he is being assessed, because we have got one hell of a running between this weekend right the way up to January the 1st, and we do not want any of our players coming back with any niggles from the crap international football that we've had to go through. We've had 3 separate 2 weeks off since the season has started, and I know the next one's not until March, but I don't give a toss about March. I don't give a toss about international football. But what I do give a toss about is the players that play for my club, and I don't want them to be injured coming back from international duty. So yeah, so if you like this video, give us a like, share it. As I say again, give me your opinions. Okay, the next one I'll do will be on Saturday, as we're away to Southampton on the Sunday, and that'll be the pre-match one. Okay, enjoy the rest of the evening. Up the Reds.